Welcome to Inside Item Solutions, our dedicated video series where we explain how to monitor and manage various IT systems with Manage Engine's IT solutions. My name is Renu, and in this video, we'll see how to intelligently automate compliance management using Compliance IQ in Manage Engine Network Configuration Manager. Compliance IQ is a flow-based compliance feature that allows you to visualize and audit compliance rules in a flowchart format using blocks, conditions, and loops. This approach makes it easier to analyze complex configuration compliance rules and automatically remediate non-compliance across your network. So let's consider a scenario. John is a network admin responsible for managing a mixed network environment that includes Cisco switches and routers, as well as FortiGate firewalls protecting critical financial applications. To maintain security and meet internal compliance requirements, John needs to enforce two important controls. First, telnet access must be disabled on all Cisco devices, ensuring administrators connect securely using SSH. Second, FortiGate firewall policies must have an antivirus security profile applied so that the traffic moving between networks is inspected for malware. Instead of manually auditing these configurations across multiple devices, John decides to automate this process using Compliance IQ. First, we need to understand the telnet risk. Before we create the rule, let's quickly understand the configuration involved. What is line VTY? Line VTY refers to the configuration section on a Cisco switch or router that controls remote CLI login sessions. When administrators connect to a device over the network using SSH or Telnet, they use these VTY lines. You can think of them as remote terminal slots for network admin. What does transport input Telnet do? Under the line VTY configuration, the command Transport Input Telnet allows administrators to connect to the device using Telnet. The problem is that Telnet is not encrypted. Usernames, passwords, and CLI commands are transmitted in plain text across the network. Why is this a security risk? This can create serious security issues, especially in industries such as banking and financial services. First, credential theft. If an attacker can monitor internal network traffic, they can capture Telnet login credentials. Second, device takeover, leading to large breaches. With administrative access to network devices, an attacker can modify routing, change VLAN configurations, mirror traffic, or create unauthorized access paths. This could lead to customer data exposure, fraud, service disruption, and regulatory violations. Let's take a look at the best practices. The recommended best practice is to only allow SSH access on VTY lines. Instead of Transport Input Telnet or Transport Input Telnet SSH, the configuration should be Transport Input SSH or Transport Input None. This ensures that remote CLI access is encrypted and secure. Let's see how you can automate this check with Compliance IQ. Instead of manually auditing configurations across hundreds of devices, John can automate this check using Compliance IQ. First, navigate to the Compliance IQ tab. Next, click Rules and then select Create Rule in the top right corner. From the rule type options, choose Flow Rule. Flow Rules allows us to inspect configuration blocks and apply logic using conditions and loops. Next is to identify the VTY blocks. So for that, click the plus icon and select Condition to add a condition that identifies the VTY blocks. Give the block a name, for example, Fetch All VTY Blocks. For the scope, select Running Configuration since we want to analyze the device's active configuration. Next, define the block boundaries. Set the start block as line VTY and define the variable $VTV_range and then type it in the value as asterisk. This tells Compliance IQ to locate every VTY configuration section and their values in the device configuration. Next, you can choose the Use Indentation. This identifies the end block automatically using indentation. You can also choose whether to identify single or multi-line block For this, we have to check conditions for commands inside the VTY block. So we choose multi-loan, click on save. Once this block is defined, Compliance IQ will automatically fetch all VTY blocks from the configurations. If the condition evaluates to false, we can mark the compliance check as not required. If it evaluates to true, we proceed by adding a loop to iterate through every VTY block. So next is to loop through each VTY block. Click the plus icon again and select loop. This loop allows the rule to iterate through every VTY block identified in the previous step, ensuring each block is evaluated individually. Now you can check the compliance condition. For that, we'll define the compliance condition. Click the plus icon and select condition. Give the condition a name such as check if telnet is disabled. For the scope, select the past block output and now define the criteria. First, add a condition where the configuration should not contain transport input telnet. Set the occurrence to any number of times. Next, add another condition where the configuration should match transport input, SSH or none, with the occurrence set to any number of times. This verifies that the telnet is disabled and SSH access is enabled or transport input is disabled. Once the conditions are configured, click on Save. Next step is configuring violation and remediation. To begin with, check if telnet is enabled. If telnet is disabled, the rule evaluates to true and the device is marked compliant. If telnet is enabled, the rule evaluates to false and the device will be flagged as non-compliant. You can configure a violation message and define the severity as critical, major, or warning. Next, you can type the remediation procedure in the checkbox and associate a remediation configlet. To fix the issue automatically, enable the Remediate Automatically checkbox. Select the remediation configlet and enter the commands required to disable telnet and enable SSH. Then, select the $VTY_range variable so the remediation applies to the exact VTY block where the violation was detected. Finally, click Save Details. Give the rule a name such as Disable Telnet Access and then click on Save to save the rule that you've created. Okay, so now this is done, so we can talk about how you can associate rules with a policy. Now that the rule is created, the final step is associating rules with a compliance policy. John wants to enforce both secure remote access and malware inspection policies across his network. To do this, he will combine two rules into a single policy. First one is to disable telnet access and then apply antivirus security profile to policies. This ensures that FortiGate firewall policies have an antivirus security profile applied to inspect traffic or malware using a predefined rule in Network Configuration Manager. Before creating the policy, these rules can be organized into rule groups. Rule groups help administrators logically group related rules so they can be reused easily when building policies. For example, rules related to remote access security can be placed in one group, while firewall inspection rules can be placed in another. This makes policy creation easier and helps maintain consistency as compliance frameworks grow. Now, John proceeds to create the policy. Navigate to Policies tab and click on Add Policy. Enter a policy name, for example, Secure Remote Access and Threat Protection Policy. In the description field, describe the purpose of the policy such as ensure secure administrative access by disabling telnet on Cisco devices and enforces antivirus inspection on FortiGate firewall policies. Next, select the rules that will be included in this policy. Choose Apply Antivirus Security Profile and Disable Telnet Access. Now select where the policy should be applied. You can apply the policy to specific device groups, or define custom criteria such as vendor type or other device properties. You can also enable the option Run Compliance Check immediately after associating the device to instantly verify whether the selected devices meet the policy requirements. Click on Next. In the next step, you can configure automatic remediation. This allows Network Configuration Manager to automatically correct configuration violations when they are detected. Keep in mind that selecting devices here only enables remediation at the policy level. For remediation to actually run, it must be enabled for the violation item or component within the rule itself. You can configure auto remediation for specific devices, device groups, or devices matching custom criteria. Once configured, click on Save. With this compliance policy in place, Network Configuration Manager can now automatically detect insecure telnet configuration on Cisco devices, ensure antivirus inspection is applied to FortiGate firewall policies, identify compliance violations across the network, and automatically remediate issues when required. This helps administrators enforce consistent security policies. With this compliance policy in place, Network Configuration Manager can now automatically detect insecure telnet configurations on Cisco devices, ensure antivirus inspection is applied to FortiGate firewall policies, identify compliance violations across the network, and automatically remediate issues when required. This helps administrators enforce consistent security policies, reduce manual audits, and maintain compliance across complex network environments. If you'd like to explore this feature in detail, contact our product experts for a personalized session or download the 30-day free trial to experience it firsthand. You can find the links in the description below. If you found this video useful, give us a like, and for more insights on network monitoring and IT operations, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.